Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be filming a video that I kind of did like a couple of years ago. I forget when I did it. I think I did it like before I got engaged. No, maybe it was like right after I got engaged. I'm pretty sure I was living with my grandma at the time. I never saw anyone do this like type of video before. And it was called Why I Only Watched 4 YouTubers or something like that. And I'll link it. But basically, I just talked about like the YouTubers that I watch and like why I only watch them and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to like mix it up this time. So obviously the title of the video is Who Are You Letting Influence You? You know, throughout the past couple of years, being on social media, and when you're trying to like build your social media, and if you do social media full time or whatever, you are constantly on it. You're constantly like looking at other people's content. You're constantly getting filled up in your mind with, content, whether it be good, bad, or whatever. And so I really like wanted to be very intentional about what I was letting into like my life, letting into my mind, and all that kind of stuff. And so in the beginning of 2022, I like revamped my channel and came out with like a mission statement. And I usually leave the mission statement in the description box. For the first couple of months of 2022, I would say the mission statement and put it on the video. But I've kind of decided, like, if you have been with me for a while, you already knew it. So I didn't want to sound super repetitive and super, like, annoying. But for those of you, if you've never watched my videos before, I put it in the description box so that way you can kind of see, like, where I stand. And having a mission statement is super important for people to know like what your brand is, what you stand for, and kind of keep you accountable. But anyway, through kind of revamping my channel and wanting to have a very specific, not brand, but a very specific like reason behind all my videos. The whole reason for starting a mission statement and all that kind of stuff is being intentional. 2022, I wanted to be very intentional with everything that I did, and that's kind of like my like word for this year is like being intentional. With that, I also want to be intentional with what I'm doing off social media, or like, what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. So that is including social media, like scrolling through social media, being like a user and not just a creator. And so even though I know I do not have a super big following, I'm not super popular, but I want to always treat my channel the same, whether I get popular or not. Someone is bound to see my content. So I just want to be, the same person inside and out everywhere I go. I want to always be filled up with good things, with things that are going to inspire me, things that are going to, spark creativity. Social media can be something that is super draining, something that can cause a lot of jealousy, something that can cause a lot of anger. The way your brain is wired when you see social media and when you view social media, like there's different endorphins and stuff that like go into your body that cause you to react a certain way. And so when I go on social media, I want to always be, inspired and encouraged, and not feeling like, oh my gosh, that person is just so awesome, or that person, oh my gosh, that person is living the best life ever, and look at me, I'm just here like, not, my life doesn't look at all like that. Anyway, this is kind of just like a video to explain who I watch, why I watch them, and this, don't feel like you have to be like me and you have to unfollow everyone, or you have to go and make sure you're only watching or looking at people who are inspirational, or who are, Christian or whatever. But for me personally, because I'm on social media a lot, I wanted to make sure that when I'm on it, I don't feel like I'm just drowning in like jealousy and competition and all this kind of stuff. But mainly like when I watch TV or whatever, like I don't really watch a lot of shows. I'll like start a show and then watch that and then like not really start a show for another while. But like what I do is watch YouTube a lot. And so when I am watching stuff, I want to make sure that I'm watching, you know, good content and stuff that fuels my soul and stuff like that. This might be your sign to unfollow some people on social media, or this might just be, you know, a good takeaway. You could just take this video and do what you want with it. So I want to start off with like Instagram, because I feel like that is mainly what I go on. You know, the most time I spend on a social media platform is Instagram. With Instagram, I mainly follow like friends, and then the other people that I follow, I don't really follow many like famous people. I do actually need to go through my followings again. I usually do it like once a year, go through and just like unfollow people, but there's a lot, like the only famous people that I really follow are like people that I really like, and whether it's like musicians or actors and stuff like that. But I mainly follow people that like don't post super like vulgar, inappropriate stuff, and people that I just think like are funny, or people like, okay, Chris Pratt, for example, like he's a Christian and he really doesn't post that much, but sometimes I'll post like inspirational stuff or like Christian stuff, so I like to follow him. I follow Justin Bieber because I love his music. He's like the only secular person I listen to, so I'll follow him. But other than that, like there's not a lot of like famous like Hollywood people that I follow. Here and there I'll like follow people, and then like if I start to see that they post like kind of inappropriate stuff or stuff that like I don't really agree with, then like I'll unfollow them. And then as for like influencers, I mainly just follow the people that I watch on YouTube, and then I follow a lot of like motherhood bloggers and Instagrammers, and like basically just a lot of mothers on Instagram, which is kind of funny because I don't have kids, but like that's definitely something that I'm like really looking forward to and kind of like preparing myself. So I follow a lot of those people. I have a beauty account because I do makeup on the side, and so on my makeup account I don't really like scroll through that account really that much, but I do follow like makeup artists and stuff like that, but I don't really like look at their stuff that much. Yeah, I guess it's just kind of like up to like you and like what you're passionate about. So like I follow some like marriage accounts, and just people that I really like, I feel like I connect with, and that are kind of like not similar to me, but we have similar hobbies or similar mindsets or whatever. That is Instagram. I probably should go through and just freshen it up a little bit. As for YouTubers, I feel like ever since I've started my YouTube channel, when I first started it, YouTube was a huge thing because it kind of just like started coming out and started becoming big. There was like the big beauty community that was like super big. There wasn't really many like vlog type videos, or like at least like day in the lives or like motherhood videos. It was mainly just kind of like, you know, the funny comedy videos, the beauty videos, and some like lifestyle videos. But I feel like everyone was watching YouTube, and now I don't know, I feel like a lot of people more so watch like Netflix, TikTok, obviously. They watch you know, all the kind of like streaming platforms, but I feel like YouTube has just become kind of like the second or third best option that people don't like pay attention as much attention to. I don't know, at least like that's what I feel like people around me do. But for me, I personally watch YouTube a lot. After I work out, I'll make breakfast and then I'll like watch YouTube. I'll watch YouTube while I'm folding laundry or while I'm cleaning. Sometimes I'll do it like a podcast and just like listen to it, not really like watch it, but have it in the background. So I usually watch YouTube other than like watching Netflix. Let's just get into who I watch and why I watch them. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch are really similar, so you'll see kind of a theme when I tell you who I watch. But I feel like the lighting just changed. The number one person, of course, that I watch and that I have been a loyal subscriber and a loyal follower to is Milena Ciciotti. You all probably, if you've seen my videos before, if this is the first video that you've seen, you may not know, but everyone else that's seen at least a couple of my videos probably knows that she is my number one ride or die YouTuber influencer, because she's just amazing to me. I made a video basically like honoring her about like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and that was before she kind of like, she was starting to become like bigger at that point, but now she's like gained so many more followers and stuff like that. But I made a video about her and that got like pretty big. It has, I don't know how many views it has now, but I think the last time I checked it had like 40,000 views or something like that. And then actually she watched the video and we've kind of like texted back and forth, and I actually have been able to meet her and talk to her twice in person now. So it's been really cool, and that's why she's like my number one, like, because she's seriously like the most down to earth, like real raw person. Like she's the same person online that she is in person. She has taken time out of her life to literally like sit down and have breakfast with me twice, and with her kids and her husband. So the first time I just met her, and then the second time actually Jack, my husband, went with me, and then he met with them too, and it was kind of cool. Him and Jordan were able to talk and stuff like that. So that is why she's my number one YouTuber. She always posts really just like real raw like stuff. She doesn't like act like her life is perfect, and that's why I feel like nowadays people just love the real rawness of people, because that's just life and they just like to see people doing life. And obviously she's gotten a lot bigger since I first started watching her, so she has, you know, her lifestyle's kind of changed a little bit. She's has 2 kids and is about to have her 3rd, so I've been like with her through this whole journey. But she is a Christian and she's very vocal about it. She has inspired me and like my marriage and how I want to raise my future kids and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, she has a podcast which my husband and I listen to together, and just has given us a lot of encouragement and wisdom, and yeah, so love her. I never feel bad about watching her. I never feel guilty, or I never feel like I just wasted my time watching her videos. Like, it's always super encouraging and makes me inspired and inspires me to create content and stuff like that. And so I also like want to point out that like there is a fine line between like being inspired by someone and like love watching people's videos and following people and like idolizing them. And that's definitely something that I've had to check myself, because there's definitely been times like when I have followed social media influencers and like have just really like looked up to them and watched like all of their videos and always watched their Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And like, I just always need to make sure like, okay, I love her, she's great, but God ultimately is, you know, who I look up to and the person I want to, you know, please. And so that is something that I do need to like remind myself a lot, because even though it looks like she has a perfect life, it looks like she's like amazing and like you want to strive to be like her, also what I like is that she always kind of like brings it back to like God. She always says like my life isn't perfect and blah 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 blah, but like she always, you know, I feel like humbles me a little bit to like be like, okay, wait, she's just another person. We need to look to God for acceptance and approval and all that kind of stuff, and how to live and stuff like that. And, you know, so there are some things that I have, like, disagreed with her about, or, like, disagreed on her, like, lifestyle choices or stuff like that. But so that's, like, also why, you know, you need to, like, check and make sure, like, okay, when you're watching someone, you might not always see eye to eye on things or whatever, and so you need to take that with a grain of salt and make sure, like, okay, well, what I believe is what I believe, and you need to make sure that you're standing your ground and, you know, bringing it to God and stuff like that. Next favorite YouTuber, right next to Milena, would probably be Delilah Lilipsky. I actually started watching her about a year ago, so I remember when I first started watching her videos, we were in our old apartment after Jack and I got married, and it was actually during our youth group's summer camp, and I actually got sick. So I took a whole week off for summer camp, but then I literally got sick right before going. So I wasn't able to go, and I was so mad. And so, of course, I was just laying in bed. I obviously didn't have work. I didn't have to go to work or didn't really have to do anything, so I would just watch YouTube and watch movies all day. And I found her through Sarah Therese, actually, and I really love Sarah Therese, but she's no longer on YouTube. She's only on Instagram. But Sarah Therese talked about her in, like, one video, and I found her and just fell in love with her. She is, again, a Christian. She kind of similar to Milena. She's a lot of lifestyle videos. She's a lot of, like, day in a life vlog type videos. The thing I like about her, kind of same thing with Milena, is she's super real and raw. She really actually talks a lot about, like, her feelings and her emotions and, like, what's going on with her. You know, it's very relatable, and she is a mom of 3. So she got married young, same thing with me. She had her first baby, like, I think the first year they got married, which is not me, but just these, you know, 2 women are someone who I can really relate to, someone that I really, like, connect with, and we kind of have the same, like, beliefs and same just, like, passions and dreams and visions and stuff like that. Especially, like, with all of them, they just always long to be a mom and always long to raise children, and that's literally my heart. And so I've been able to connect on that level with them, even though, like, they don't really know me. She's super uplifting and encouraging. She's always just humble and talks about, you know, the Lord. Her life really is just real and raw. It's just really, like, going to the grocery, going to the store, going thrift shopping, doing a bunch of home cleaning and home renovations and all this kind of stuff. And so it's literally like you're in her life. Not only that, she's super, you know, as I said, transparent and real and raw, and doesn't sugarcoat a lot of things. But she's so sweet, and, like, the way she talks, and, like, she's just super sweet, and I would love to meet her as well. Other than that, I watch this person I started watching about, like, maybe 3 months ago, something like that. I think I started watching her in, like, the winter. Her channel name is Doherty Dozen. So this is a little bit of a different vibe, these videos, this person. But she is a mom of 12. She had 4 biological kids, and then she's fostered the rest. And she has 2 in kinship placement, which is like, basically she's taking friends' kids of a friend while they're getting help and stuff like that. She literally has morning routines, like, every day. She posts, like, every day. Morning routines. She goes on YouTube Live. After the kids get out of school, she does weekly grocery hauls. So it's really super unedited videos. And I just, like, love her videos when I'm, like, needing to clean, when I, like, make breakfast in the morning, when I need to, like, do things and get it done, like, kind of quickly. I will literally put on her videos because, like, she is amazing, and she just makes everything look easy, even though it's not. Yeah, it's definitely a different, like, type of video. or different type of channel, but she just encourages me. She inspires me so much. And one of her videos like made me cry because she was talking about how her and her husband wanted to have kids for like 9 years or something like that, or 7 years, and they couldn't get pregnant and they struggled with infertility, and then ended up like having 4 kids. But the reason why she's so positive and so like happy all the time is because like she is just grateful for the life that she has, and like she has a different perspective, and she just really encourages me. Like when I have kids, I want to be like her. And so yeah, she is super encouraging. She's really big on TikTok. I think she has like 4 million followers or something like that on TikTok, but then she's on YouTube and Instagram. And so I think I follow her on Instagram actually, but I love watching her videos. So she's just amazing. Love watching her videos, and they never make me feel like yucky or whatever. Like they always give me inspiration and like motivation to do stuff. So that's 3 people right there. I love watching Tori and Chad. I like watching Jess and Gabe. Those 2 I don't watch as often as I watch the other 3, but I do love watching their videos. Tori and Chad just got pregnant, so I've really been loving watching their videos and like their journey on like this pregnancy and stuff. Tori and Chad are really good friends with Milena and Jordan Ciciotti, so that's kind of how I found out about them. But they have a really awesome podcast. They post, I think, like every day on that podcast. They like do little devotionals or whatever. Honestly, sometimes I don't know, I just feel like, I know they have a really nice house. They like just built this dream house. This is gonna sound really weird. When people I see have really nice houses and stuff that like I feel like isn't a reachable goal for me or isn't realistic for me, sometimes it kind of makes me like not uncomfortable, but makes me like feel jealous, I guess. And so I really like watching their like life vlogs and stuff like that, and they do have like really amazing like spiritual videos and stuff like that, so I like watching that. But sometimes like their vlogs and stuff, when like they toured their new house and stuff like that, kind of just made me jealous. So that's a little bit like, I don't know, I don't watch them as much as I watch like Milena and Delilah, but that's just me. Jess and Gabe, kind of same thing. They actually just moved, and she is so sweet. I think both of them are super sweet. But they've also been on YouTube for a while. She's been on Instagram for a really long time, and they've kind of had like a pretty good platform for a while. And so, but they've actually been a lot more like kind of laid back and like personal and stuff like that. And she's pregnant too, so of course I love watching that, because love watching people be pregnant. Yeah, so those ones are still like, I still watch them. I just don't watch them as much. Like whenever they come out with a new video, I might not watch it straight away, but whereas like the other 3, I like watch them straight away. But yeah, and then I would say the LeBrant family, I've watched them for a really long time. I've watched them before I even watched Milena. They kind of had they used to post a lot more before they had their 3 kids together, or they just had their 3rd kid together. When they just had Everly, when like they kind of just got married and stuff like that, I would watch them a lot more. I would watch every video they posted, but I haven't really been keeping up with them as much. But I will watch their videos here and there, but they're not like someone that I watch like all the time. They're also not as active as they used to be, especially like on their social media, like their Instagrams and TikToks and stuff like that. But I think they have become super vulnerable and a little bit more like personal throughout the years. But I really admire that they kind of have like taken a step down from like social media, because they have like 12 point something million followers or subscribers, and that's a lot. And so, but I do love them and watch them every so often. But that is pretty much it. The only other person that I really watch would be ASMR. I said this in the other video that I posted that was like this video. I said that some people don't like ASMR. I have ADHD, and it can be hard for me to like relax. I need to like do something before I go to bed, or like relax before I go to bed. So I watch that, but now that I'm married, Jack hates it. So I don't watch it as much anymore. I used to watch it every single night, but I have kind of like not been watching it recently. But Sass ASMR, I'll watch her. I just love food. I love looking at her food. and I want it all the time. Yeah, I watch her, but that's pretty much it. Anything other than that, I don't really watch. I don't really ever go in like my recommended videos. A lot of the times when I see a video and like it just makes me like automatically feel a certain way that's not good, I will literally like say not interested in the video. Like sometimes I'll get recommendations for videos and like it will just spark something in me that I don't feel good about, or like whatever, even if it's something similar to what I'm watching. I don't know. And I just like to like have my few specific people, because I know that they're gonna create content that is going to be like I can agree with, I can feel good about, and I don't have to worry about like what they're gonna post or like if I agree or disagree with them. So I'm a very loyal subscriber. If I subscribe to you, I'm watching like all of your videos, so, or at least to those people. So anyway, that is my video. I hope you enjoyed. I feel like my brain is like super scattered today. I don't know why. I feel like sit down videos recently have been like not great for me. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you agree with anything that I said, or if you watch the same people that I watch, make sure to leave it down below. I would love to go back and forth talking to you guys about it. And make sure to follow me on my social medias. My Instagram is _LilyAllen. I post there every single day, so you can catch up with my life outside of YouTube. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, so you can be updated and see all of my future videos coming up, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. Bye.